I doubt that all the voice actors are back, but I don't know, dude. But I just need to catch up with the story because I am way behind with the story. So first I'm gonna do the Mondstadt quest, and then after that I'm gonna move on to the Dainsleif quest, and then after that move on to this, and then after that I'm gonna move on to the event quest.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful!
Is that Paimon's old voice?
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Sure, let's go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
What's up, Catherine?
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
What's going on? What is it?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood.
Damn.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Bruh, let her finish.
Never mind. It's nothing.
Bruh.
Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Damn.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Oh. Wait, so they're not dating? They're just friends. Okay.
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over? So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
What's up with you, man?
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Strange.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see?
What you saw?
Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
Oh, not you two, Diana.
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, so D-Luke is not your man no more?
But Donna is the one who has a huge crush on D-Luke, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Kaya!
Is that Captain Kaya?
Please, I'm begging you. Kaya, please, Kaya, I'm begging you, Kaya.
Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type.
Oh my
How come I
god.
never felt this way before?
Oh my god. No, not you too, Kaya. I want to hear his boys, man. Come on. Well, f it. I'm flattered, Miss Iona. Although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I intend to, my dear. But first, I question. If you don't mind, why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master Diluc was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love. But then I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
I understand, and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies. But I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all. You are the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, traveler Paimon, how you been? All good. How about yourself in the rest of the nights of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt. But let's discuss the finer details back in the headquarters.
Ah, Kaya. You found them.
Oh, she's not mute. Good. Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me. You have Note, Captain of the Second Company. Skyrin, Captain of the Third Company. Eula, Captain of the Fourth Company. And me, of course, Captain of the Ninth Company.
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean, please. I doubt Jean won't have a voice line.
Jean!
She doesn't, does she? Yep. Traveler Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Yes, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Nine of Favonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had a conduct one in quite some time. The Nine of Favonius oversee most matters of law and orders in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the Church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. Was Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team. But we didn't see him out there.
A keen observation, traveler. That happens to be exactly why I call you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. Understood. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. Oh. Now now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Vraka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gonhier, will oversee today's proceeds. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as assassinator. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, please have a voice line. Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is now open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown. Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistic company, Ms. Hotha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Ms. Hotha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder
What?
and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder? Man.
Murder?
No. Albedo, please.
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way.
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
So, is that what she was trying to tell Quen earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body. Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. Albedo, please have voice lines. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right, the next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspire region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing? You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet, no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hartha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people, You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Damn. Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery.
An adult male?
I now call the second witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
Diluc Renova? Diluc? Please tell the court what you saw. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body beneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only require as to what Mr. Diluc was doing in that area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not usual for me to take walks in that area. I just happened to be in that right place at the right time. That's all. Master Diluc is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
And this is what looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the brutal was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Care for now, Master Diluc. I do believe I heard a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle, alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Mr. Albedo present. That's right. We were in the same library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep. I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes. I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the pro section's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive, or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court. I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, Delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and refinement?
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust the investigators have confirmed this to the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than passing mention of purification and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of the murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulated that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with his case? Following the Rhine daughter's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation, that will only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes, you'll need it in the Scarnatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You know when you get there. Go on now. No, not right now, Len. I'm busy right now. Let me talk to my boy Venti. See, yeah! See, this is why I waited to play this, because I want to hear my boy Venti. Let's go.
Ah, traveler.
Yeah.
Come on. I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Thank God I waited for this.
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Oh.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
Dahlia, okay. So you called us here so we could meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
So he knows that Venti is Barbados. He's a god.
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Oh.
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Yeah, as someone who drinks a lot, mind you guys, Venti is an alcoholic, so...
Well, I knew from the moment Daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Kryda Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend.
What do you know about the situation, Venti?
Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
Yeah.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel image. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You'll still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold!
Ooh!
Oh
Paimon
my
remembers the
God.
Jumpy Dumpty!
Oh my god.
Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
I remember that. If you played the 2.8 summer event, that's when we were first introduced to that device. I remember that. And I believe that this is Teyvat's first ever telephone.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat.
We will do our best to uncover the truth.
That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side.
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed. Your companionship is like a breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
Barbados? Serious? Ah, you give him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the animal Archon.
Is that so? Oh, I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. You should pray to him and find out.
I mean, he's right there, so. In the name of the Father, and the Son.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
This guy.
Oh, you know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse me, would you?
This f***er.
A dear friend like you? Never.
Ha! Got his ass, boy. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is now looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is as hard for me to accept as anyone. But Vucca once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigating the case. Yes, it's almost time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? No. We'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I will continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Understood. I will look into the case on my own. I know you will get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You never fail us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the second floor. I'm counting on you. We can finally go to the second floor, huh? Ooh.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked him to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Alright, I have some work of my own, so I will leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Hey, you know what? F it, I'm gonna switch to Japanese because my voice is getting tired, so... There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of these pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
錬金術師の本ってどれも奥が深そうだな。
The logbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time, but now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter and certificate by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold such weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation. The formatations of these records likely originate from the Korean art of Kama, but relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter. But that does not mean I support your pursuits of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea of that dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species and cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must argue you to proceed with caution. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
人体錬成？アルベドのやつ、本当にそんな研究をしてるのか？余計なことを考えちゃダメだ。
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial.
机のここに隠しスペースがあるみたいだぞ。
The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. When fast-running forces and a significant amount of life energy collide, the two will repair each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I test this in a chemical experiment, the results of the refinement was startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of project. I must take advantage of this opportunity.
この計画名のところ、インクが滲んでてわかんなくなってるな。
The note mentioned fastering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could have been involved somehow. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few marking on it. 2 of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. So there's one right here, one right here, by you know, Dawn Winery. This is what Diluc was at, and one in Dragonspine.
どういうことだ？ここにも何かあるのか？調査は一通りできたみたいだな。もしあれば、神団長のとこに行こうぜ。金融野郎から連絡だ。早く取ろうぜ。
やあ、調査は順調かい？
順調ではあるけど、アルベドの容疑をさらに深める証拠がたくさん出てきちゃって。
そっか。つまり彼は自分に不利な研究記録を残していたってことかな。確かに良くない状況だね。アルベドは黄金レインドットが作り出した子。このことがまだ公になってないからいいけど、もし広まればレインドットの後継者だと言われるだろう。レインドットはその錬金術からしても倫理観からしても狂っている。たとえアルベドの正体を知っているものであっても、これらの証拠を見れば動揺してしまうだろう。君も含めてね。
I don't think the handwriting was faked, and the notes also sounded like him.
君はアルベドを信じる？
I don't know, but I want to.
そうだぞ。あいつはオイラたちの友達なんだ。もし全部本当だったら、アルベドの動機は何なんだ？きっと言えない事情があるってだけだろ。
何はともあれ、公平に調査をするって約束した以上、調査結果も事実に即して出すべきだよ。
Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him?
客観的に真実と向き合うこともまた役に立つはずさ。君が感じたことを正直に報告するんだ。
そうかもしれないけど、よし、行こうぜ。神団長に報告しよう。
What?
うわ、お前マイルズだよな。
あ、すみません。ドアの向こうから物音が聞こえたので、
オイラたちは神団長の許可をもらって調査してたんだ。
そうでしたか。邪魔をしてしまい申し訳ありません。
ちょっと待った。オイラたちのさっきの話。
正直よく聞こえませんでしたし、意味も。
じゃあ聞かなかったことにしてくれ。頼
む。ええ、承知しました。
You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up.
Weird. There's a hole, but no body.
Is someone behind us? Where's he at? Is it him?
The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the tracks like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked on his notes?
2人とも戻ってきたか？何か収穫は？
収穫はあったけど、アルベドを助けられるようなものはなかったぞ。
そうか、わかった。いずれにせよ、2人の協力に感謝する。
Did Albedo submit an appeal?
ああ、第二審を行うよう要求されたよ。それに、私も事件に残された謎を明らかにしたい。死者が誰なのか、遺体はどうやって消えたのかとかね。遺体を埋めたとされる場所に残っていた歯と骨は
すでに検査に持って行ったよ。だから死者の素性も見えてくるはずだ。
どうしたんだ？
もし死者がモンドの人であった場合、住民たちは行方不明者の存在に気づき、不安を募らせていくだろう。そうなれば第二審は公開裁判となる可能。それはアルベドにとってかなり不利な状況になることを意味する。
そんな。
第二審は2日後に改定する。その時はまた出席してほしい。
わかったぞ。じゃあまたその日に。お前もそんなに落ち込むなよ。
ああ、気を使わせてすまない。責任を全うできるよう全力を尽くそう。
This guy.
マイルズ。
Miles, what are you... Miles, what is your fat ass up to, man? Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhill, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Arthur represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I bring now this trial into order. Oh shit, here we go again. Ms. Arthur, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Houseman, male, 46 years old, material status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a macasm-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. DeLuke found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of his victims in this case is Hellsman. A specialized technique was likely used to aggravate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Again?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward, but the night Master DeLuke saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master DeLuke. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master DeLuke in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is a map. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked those locations? Yes. Do you realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have, I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hother, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I give you that. But I would not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking on his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious, but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well? Yes. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found on Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendants used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location wasn't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there is still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. As to as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to either's point. If I care about what's proving my innocence, I will indeed do as you described, Miss Hotha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone in Dragonspine. What?
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hota. The story does not end there. Wait, Eula? Some time ago, I encountered an invited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the 3rd location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you will let me finish, Miss Hutha. Yeah, shut up, bitch. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, my blonde hair, and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then, yeah.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Who's her?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in.
What?
Isn't that Hertha?
Wait, what's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you too.
Oh, as you can see, this is Hertha, the Logicus captain of the Knights of Euphonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of
Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, the Valoran, defeated Durin in battle and, with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more relevant by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach on successful alteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Homunculus.
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine.
Then why are you freaking out?
So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on the meter, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hutter I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Miles?
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember. I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented, confused. You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Euphonius failed to mention the scar on Herta's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can't just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability? A powerful life force. An appearance you can change at will. Yet, here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you've worried using that power could affect your accomplishments. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impairs her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surrounded you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way! Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Oh. Bruh.
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
On. Here we go.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. All units move out. The company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk. But before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of a canonical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Diluc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Wait, so all this was a plan? Damn, I'm dumb as shit. Indeed, follow me. Okay, Albedo, I trust you now. Oh shit, here we go.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They're all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its fostering nature aligns these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before the events on Mondstadt. And so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please! Someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens.
It's about time. I think we can proceed the plan.
I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. Oh, it's gonna be pretty exhausting.
Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble.
Just what I wanted to hear.
There's fool.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we're not here, you know?
Monsters
True.
started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced.
The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I mentioned the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infatuate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly disguised their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid their transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second some teeth and bone.
The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest.
Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the persecution of the bodies. After we defeated that doppelganger, Warflower, on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me of the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit of replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper Flower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day? It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
What? Phew, it's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Wind
It happened a lot before?
Razor, what's up, man? Unleashing lightning on people? Huh, no. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways, after all, and mine was a gentle old man from a Spartanian school. So, you see, this time I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second.
Oh, Clea's here too?
How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Oh.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can't tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself. Clea is...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
We won! Great work, Clea. I will be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Clea. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clear heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters follow you back home.
Camping? Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right, so I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula will be grateful if you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It will be an honor. Clea will do her best. Oh, I miss Clea. Well,
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
what happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a Triferic Conference. Ah, yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Valka came up with the idea a few years ago.
I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either.
He's basically like middle age. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of 3 parties: the Hexen Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Euphonius. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages will return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need a conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would.
Of course! Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Baka!
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Varka?
Grandmaster.
Oops, wrong contact. Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Ah, yes. Well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise.
Hello? Who is this?
What's up, Alice?
Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexencircle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest.
Be right where? Here? As in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Hi.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexencircle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. Who's he? You did so much for us this time, Lord Barbados. I don't even know how to thank you.
Don't thank me at all, please. It makes it seem like I'm useless the rest of the time.
You know that's not what I meant. An Archon has their own calculations. Who am I to question their wisdom?
Okay, now you give me too much credit. I admit I'm not the most, proactive Archon.
Are you sure about that, Venti? I mean, during your prime, you were, like, very active.
You have your own hard work to thank for this result. Oh, and our friends the Honorary Knight and Paimon, of course.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here some...
Oh, Durward, I knew it. Hey, not so loud. Wait, what? He doesn't have voice lines too? Bruh.
Minnie Durin? What are you doing here?
Minnie Durin, what's up? Well, actually, I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak up to the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the game because of all the people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together. Oh yeah, I forgot. They did discuss something during the Simu Lanka event. I remember that.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
So that's how he became a human. So you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working on that for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer to a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as just changing form. I know, but Albedo talked to me about that. He said the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive, almost like obese. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like. If I can still be me once I became one with the part of him. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know? Albedo told me he's a Crown Prince, a synthetic human. And if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family, right?
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hawkeye know about this?
Oh, yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get it move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through this. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. Well, you're welcome, Durin.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really will be no one around to lead the Knights of Euphonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. Oh. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I intended to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I also like to request some alchemical regains from the Hudson Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First will be the flesh of that immortal monster from that Miyajavari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhindaughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart is continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerate threat to Mondstadt in less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of these dangers posed by his blood and limitless brutality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could awaken at any moment. So the situation is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all because I intended to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Clea and I visit a fairy tale world called Simulacra. It was created by mages from the Hudson Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with Sensity that Darwin will return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Darwin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will become from the fairy tale dragon of Simulacra, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remains from the Meajavari, and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon's venom and the hazardous vitality of the monster remains will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A power side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked the traveler to come along.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Are you really, traveler? Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Whoa. Oh.
なるほど。魔女界らしいやり方だ。
体が小さくなってる。ここってチェスボードの上だよね。
急にそんなちっちゃくなるなんて。気をつけろよ。
どうかした？
いや、ただ小さくなったせいでパイモンの声がいつもより大きく聞こえるなって。パイモンっていつも元気だよね。
心配はいらない。すぐにパイモンのところに戻れる。
アルベドちゃんは自信満々みたいね。
まさかアリスさん直々に試練を与えてくれるなんてね。
あなたの母のレインドットは立場的にふさわしくないでしょ。となるとあなたの実力を試せる人は誰かしら。だから私が2人のために舞台を用意したの。さあこの子たちを倒せるかしら。目的を果たすに至る力があることを証明してみて。
What?
童話に登場する勇者のように茨の道を越え勝利をつかんでみなさい。
なんでおもちゃの姿を借りなきゃならないんだい？
アリスさんじゃないみたい。
よくやったね。でもまだだよ。ここからはわしが相手だ。
The second child?
万物を直視すれば断りが見える。
What?
逆に見れば真実が見えてくる。
大丈夫かい？
What is this? Oh, round two? Round two? Nah, bruh. Nah. Oh my god. You serious, bro? That was,
悪くない。
we did it.
ほんと子供たちって成長が早いんだから私まで嬉しくなってきちゃった。
そうかい？なら今日のことを他の奴らに伝える役目は任せたよ。
え、もう行っちゃうの？
お前たちよくやったね。見事だったよ。わしの弟子も見習ってほしいものだ。楽しい茶会はこれでお開きとしよう。また会える日を楽しみにしておるよ。
本当に行っちゃうの？ちょっとバービー。あ、ごめんね。バービーはいつもこんな感じでそそくさとどっか行っちゃうの。秘密主義だから次に何をするかも教えてくれないのよ。でも私の予想だときっとお散歩に行ったんじゃないかしら。とっても健康的よね。バービーはあなたたちの合格を認めてくれた。もちろん私もよ。さあこっちに戻ってきてちょうだい。あ、まずは元の大きさに戻してあげないとね。
やっと戻ってきた。お疲れ。うまくいったみたいだな。
二人ともよく無事に乗り越えたね。お疲れ様。少し休んでちょうだい。
ありがとう。
Felt pretty good to beat the trial.
一息ついたら一緒にドラゴンスパインに行こう。
ドゥリンを倒すんだな。
ああ、なるべく早く対処した方がいいからね。
ずいぶん久しぶりに来たけど、相変わらず寒いな。手が凍っちゃいそうだぞ。
僕のフードの中に入るかい？
いいのか？温まれるかな？
いくらか和らぐはずだ。より温まりたいなら熱源を探すといい。
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
すまない、パイモン。用事を先に終わらせる。
本当に今も動いてるんだな。
作業している間、周囲を警戒しておいてくれ。
お
なあ、ちょっと聞きたいんだけど。
なんだい？
アルベドにとってマリュー・ドゥリンは同族なのか？それとも竜、人間？もしくは動物とか魔物なのか？
錬金術の観点から言えば僕もドゥリンも人造物だけど、生物学の観点から言えば僕たちの間には何の共通点もないし決して同族じゃない。
アルベドは竜と人間なら
好き嫌いではなく、僕は僕を人間の一種だと思っている。命には様々な形があり、それぞれ特別なところがあるんだ。僕はその中で最も特殊で稀な存在だ。でも僕の錬金術が成功すれば僕の同族が一人増えるだろう。チビドゥリンから聞いたかもしれないけど、あの子はマリュー・ドゥリンに取って代わろうとしている。僕と話した後、あの子は人間になりたいと思うようになった。確かに興味深くて挑戦的なことでもあるから、その気持ちはわかる。
Do you see this as an act of creation?
今回の計画は広い意味で過去と未来に関わるもので、多くの人にとって重要だ。そしてチビドゥリンが望む姿になるのはその次に重要なことだ。この2つのこと以外、つまり僕の個人的な動機は大したことじゃない。強いて言えば僕にとってありえない命を育むことはこの世界自体を 育むより完璧な形で命を誕生させる。それは世界をより良くすることとも言える。なすべきかどうかではなく、そうしたいかどうかだ。錬金術師の目的はさまざまな知識を吸収して理解すること。僕はずっとこの道を歩んできた。もちろん今回のことを実験だとは思っていないよ。何せこれはモンドに関わることで、僕はセピロス騎士団の一員だからね。この答えで満足できたかい？
Well enough. Thank you. And it's not beating no more.
完了だ。
金色の力が竜の心臓を拘束したぞ。
ドゥリンの心臓は大きいし、その全てが必要なわけじゃない。コアの部分だけを回収した。今回ドゥリンの肉体はようやく死ねるはずだ。
そういえば町にいる偽物のヘルターはどうなったんだ？それに他にも影響を受けた奴らがいたよな。
騎士団が見張っているよ。新たなドゥリンを創造することは彼らの受けた影響を取り除くことと同義でもある。これで錬成人は完成する。一連の厄介な問題も解決できるだろう。
So after 5 years, Durin's heart is no longer beating no more.
今日はここまでにしよう。付き合ってくれてありがとう。
気にすんな。オイラたちもすごいものを見せて。
ウィンドブルーム祭の期間中、モンドはとても賑やかで楽しいところになる。あちこ
そういえば今年のウィンドブルーム祭のスターは誰になるんだろうな。オイラたちずーっとバタバタしてるし、街で人助けしてるのって一体。
お祭りの日になればわかるさ。
皆も知っての通り、今年のウィンドブルーム祭は困難に満ちていたが、我々は一丸となることでモンドに侵入する敵を撃退できた。今年度のウィンドブルーム祭のスターはまさにこたびの騒動で多大な貢献をしてくれた人物となる。彼は屈強とは言えない見た目だが、戦いの流れを読むことと人々の心をなだめることに長けている。自分なりの方法で皆をサポートしてくれた。では今年のウィンドブルーム祭のスターに盛大な拍手を。
Again?
金融詩人のウェンティ殿だ。
Again? Bruh.
おお、やった、ウェンティだ。
But didn't he win last time?
本当に僕でいいの？
何を言う。ウェンティ殿こそ敵に。
わかった。じゃあ堂々と酒場に入って飲み物をねだっちゃうよ。
ああ、
This dude.
ウィンドブルーム祭のスターからのお願いを断る人などいないだろう。なんならグラスを手に選ばれた気持ちを語ってくれてもいい。
それじゃあ僕の気持ちはこの歌で送らせてもらうよ。さあ、最高の銀融詩人のショーが始まる。聞いておくれ。
Here we go. Oh, there's Albedo.
ここに構築の祈りを捧げる。
Oh, Durin!
無害の大地よ、流れゆく水よ、精錬の火よ、不翼の風よ。18と世界、そして20のパスを通り、 紡がれた魂が生まれ落ちるため、不朽のムクロを神聖なる血肉と化せ。賢者たちよ、我が偉業を刮目せよ。
どう？よかったでしょ？
Oh, this is where we see her. Darren!
ああ、すべて終わったよ。
じゃあちびドリンはもう人間になったんだな。
うん。でも構築されたばかりの体はまだ不安定だ。しばらくそっとしておいてあげよう。
Hey, great work, Albedo.
ありがとう。今回は確かに大事を成した。
今どんな気分だ？
望んでいたことをやり遂げ、目標も達成できたから悪くない気分だよ。彼女が見たらきっといつもと違った表情を見せてくれるだろう。
彼女？
僕の師匠にして母の黄金、レインドットさ。もうだいぶ前だけど、彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を与えたんだ。世界の真相を探せというね。僕の推測を確かめるのに少し時間がかかったけど、結果は予想通りだった。自分の生活を見つけることが世界の真相につながるんだ。生活することは大半の人からすると全く難しいことじゃないだろう。でも僕のような存在からするとそれは多くを意味する。自分を知り世界を知る。自分を理解し他人を理解する。僕と世界の間には生活がある。本物の人間であるならそれがなければならない。だからホムンクルスが生活を見つけられた時、それはある程度世界を知ったことに。
なるほど。だから雪山の魔物たちがお前の代わりになろうとしたり、モンドに攻め込んだりしてきたんだな。
Okay.
ただ生きるだけではなく、生活を理解した時に本物の人間になれる。彼女はこれを伝えたかったんだろう。でも今回の件で新たなヒントを得たよ。人間になるのはただの始まりに過ぎない。人間としてどう決断して、人間の家族とどのような関係を築いていくのか。多くの人からするとこの数日に起きたことはただの恐ろしい不気味な出来事としかないだろう。これから僕の兄弟は前のように自由に生きることはできないだろう。彼も僕と同じようにこの世界を歩み、人間という枷と共に生きていく。
変わった家庭だな。
まあそもそも母が特殊だからね。この世界には様々な家庭がある。小さな店に根を張る人もいれば、僕たちは多分庭園に根を張っているんだろう。そして今や僕も立派な庭師になった。
As long you feel like you've gained something from the experience.
ああ、師匠は顔を出さなかったけど、アリスさん以外の魔女界の人が知っていたということは、彼女も僕のしたことを黙認してくれたってことだろう。どうやらナベリウスを飲み込んだ後、母はようやく安らぎを得たようだ。もしそうだとしたら僕は心から嬉しく思うよ。彼女だって生まれた時から狂気じみていたわけじゃないからね。
ナベリウスを飲み込んだ？
生の失勢だよ。
Real alive.
この間アリスさんが教えてくれたんだ。けど正直僕はそれほど驚きを感じていない。それに ナベリウスは完全に消えたわけではなく、彼女と融合しただけに過ぎない。僕、今回の協力に感謝するよ。苦境の中でも僕と一緒にいてくれたこと、礼を言わせてほしい。
当たり前だろ。だって友達なんだから。
Palma took the words right out of my mouth.
そう言ってもらえて少し気持ちが楽になったよ。後で神団長に報告するとき、この喜びも共有しておこう。
騎士団本部に行くのか？報告頑張れよ。
うん。それじゃまたね。
バイ。
今回はすごいことになったな。しかもウィンドブルーム祭の期間中にだなんて。そうだ、ウィンドブルーム祭のスターが決まったけど、今年の風の花って何になるんだろうな。
パイモンは何だと思う？
原用やろう。用
Is
事は
it
終わったのか？
is it me?
風の花を教えに来てあげたよ。今年はセシリアの花さ。どうかな？
I like it.
遊興者の真心。情緒あふれるこの言葉は、まるでこの季節の風のようだ。旅人、手を出して。
Huh?
君とアルベドが魔女会の試練に無事合格して、魔女たちは大喜びだったよ。アルベドは欲しいものを手に入れたわけだし、君にも報酬をあげないとね。これは魔女からのプレゼントだ。中には無二の秘密が隠されている。今覗いちゃダメだよ。その時が来るまで待つようにね。
なんだか不思議な感じだな。魔女らしいっちゃらしいけど。
What is it?
君ほどふさわしい人はいないって送り手が言っていたよ。安心して受け取ってくれ。
Alright, thanks.
どういたしまして。僕はただの使い走りだけどね。でも僕も人助けをしたわけだし、ご褒美をもらってもいいと思うな。
おお、今回は大活躍だったもんな。じゃあお酒をおごるっていうのはどうだ？
本当に？約束だよ。すっぽかさないでね。
もちろんだぞ。後で酒場に行こうぜ。
やったー。嬉しくて今にも空を飛んじゃいそうだ。やっぱりお祭りって素晴らしいね。
Oh boy.
賛美される愛は消え、渓谷に残るは災いのみ。かくも過酷な運命を誰が受け入れられよう。救いの勇士はまだ現れないのか。風に漂う香りを捉えるがごとく、心の奥底を見通す者がいずれ訪れる。さすれば不滅の悲嘆は拭われ、獅島の輝きへと歩んでいけるだろう。
And that was the interlude chapter, boys.